Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an Earth sign. Basically motivated by material needs and practicality. Recharges energy through working with the physical world, being productive, and feeding the senses. Sun in Virgo. Directs creative energy analytically and with discrimination. Motivated by a need to be helpful, to be of service in a tangible way. Radiates intelligence and clean-edged vitality. Attunement of soul to essential values, service, and constant need to improve oneself. Humble, unassuming sense of individuality can interfere with public recognition. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in air signs. Reacts to changing experiences with forethought and objective evaluation. Feels comfortable with self when expressing ideas and interacting socially. Moon in Gemini. Reacts quickly, perceptively, changeably, with unending curiosity. Feels secure in responding to a variety of mental stimuli and in being involved in more than one activity at a time. Adapts to change by using the mind and making connections. Communicates about inner emotional life, a need to verbalize emotions in order to feel connected with them. Sense of security can be deterred by emotional energy scattered in many directions. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Gemini. Versatile, shrewd, and critical. Dual forces and subconscious. Superficial. Because it is the 12th house sign of Cancer, which is moon ruled, the Gemini moon can be its own worst enemy. Needs to be honest. Restless in search for truth. Needs to look beneath the surface. Longing for knowledge. Spread themselves too thin and scatter their forces. Unless Saturn or Scorpio is strong, can waste tremendous energy in chattering. Jittery nervous system. Torn apart by changing feelings which reflect in nervous tension. Too strong a tie with relatives. Not a free agent if they cling too long to family pattern. In a male chart, attracts a nervous and high-strung mate. Sun-Moon Alchemy, the elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. Earth-air combinations. This combination produces a productive, rational personality which can be both innovative and efficient. The challenge of being up in the air and down to earth at the same time is that of bringing together abstract thought with the nitty-gritty issues of getting on in the world. These two elements combine easily and make for a clear-headed, objective, and scientific approach. This is the temperament of the practical idealist who observes, thinks, plans a course of action, and then acts. American President John F. Kennedy, with his Sun in Gemini and Moon in Virgo, is an example of this combination and expresses the lunar instinct to give service to a rational, well-considered ideal in his famous injunction, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." When the sun is in earth and the moon is in air, the conscious, rational impulse is to get to grips with reality, to build, consolidate, and organize with the logical instinct to make one's efforts as humane and far-reaching as possible. There's often a dry sense of humor and a capacity to use language with adroit accuracy. The late American poet Carl Sandburg, Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aquarius, had a talent for using colloquialisms, which is characteristic of this combination, and his view of slang expresses this down-to-earth communicative ability. Slang is a language that rolls up its sleeves, spits on its hands, and goes to work. Shadow. The earth-air individual is adept at mastering the mundane world, learning how things work and then applying their knowledge in many different and normally useful ways. They can, however, easily lose touch with the less quantifiable things of life, such as emotions. When this happens, they risk the danger of becoming dry as dust and stuck in the pragmatic, cost-effective, scientific approach. Relationships. This type enjoys communicating and being helpful and tends to get on well with most people at a practical, social level. They will find predominantly fire and water types either alien or fascinating, but either way, the latter would enable the earth-air person to contact the more mysterious and emotional, irrational parts of their personality. The earth-air individual seeks rational rapport in a relationship, and they're very supportive and adaptable, but they need help in learning how to discover and share their feelings. Male versus female. This is a very androgynous combination, encouraging both the supportive skills associated with natural female roles and the intellectual skills of the male. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology, copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Gemini. Virtuoso. People do not realize just how sensitive you actually are. If you know mythology, you remember that Mercury controls communication and the intellect, and both of the signs of your mixture are ruled by Mercury. So you have a continuing need to articulate your latest, often ingenious thoughts, as well as a brilliant mind. However, frequently you use your intelligence to rationalize your troubles and feelings. You strive to keep your emotions under control so you can avoid getting hurt because you are sensitive and vulnerable. You are cool and collected as well as reserved. There is a perception of aloofness about you. It is not simple to stimulate your earnest feelings or to bring out the passion you so cleverly hide behind your remote and intellectual exterior. Discontent and anxiety will just come about by divorcing yourself from your feelings. Openness is better for your well-being. Do not let your intelligence determine every step you take, no matter how very brilliant you may be. Let go of your cares and worries once in a while, and allow enthusiasm and feelings to show themselves. Not much gets past your very observant eye or analytical mind. You set demanding values for yourself and strive for perfection in your life and work. You are rather direct in pointing out the flaws of others, and your need to articulate your thoughts and impressions makes you do just that. Virgo Gemini can get overcritical when faced with those who do not meet their standards. You have got to become less of a cynic and to learn to be more open-minded. If it is helpfully given, others will be grateful for your criticism because your observations on human nature can be astonishingly accurate. Plainly put, you are not particularly romantic, but you do enjoy companionship and a person to share your ideas with. You are usually attracted to those who can give you mental stimulation and physical love. You are more than likely working too hard to keep up with them. You are the one sitting in the front row in the classroom, taking profuse notes and asking the most relevant questions. At work, you are always on time and precise in carrying out your duties and responsibilities. You try to do the utmost of your capabilities and are dedicated and sincere, but at times you push yourself too hard. Nervous anxiety and edginess often bother the Virgo Gemini. Do not set such unreachable standards for yourself. Attempt to relax sometimes. It is too bad with your exceptional perception that you generally see error before you see merit. Note from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign, Moon Sign. Sun in Virgo, Moon in Gemini. Your greatest strengths. Mental dexterity and rational, analytical abilities. Practical common sense and quick adaptability. Shrewd, resourceful eye for organization and progress. Flair for communication and presentation. Clever approach to work and pragmatic approach to fun. Your greatest weaknesses. Over-intellectual and critical approach to life and relationships. Proneness to get sidetracked and then swamped with too much disparate information. Tendency to get stuck in unproductive work patterns, which give rise to dry, pessimistic, worrisome moods. Images for integration. A precision engineer develops new methods of communication. A raconteur potters in his garden.